Hello everybody, it's Mel. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? This is going to be a quick video that I'm going to post on my page, my YouTube page. So check it out when you get a chance. Check out my page. I got a few things going on that page. It's still trying to get organized, but it's going to be fitness, healing, life coaching, eating healthy. A lot of different things, but this is the beginning of another portion of it called rebirth, the rebirth dimension. And I'm only doing this one by face because my rebirth dimensions I'm going to be doing literally by showing you a picture of something so you can focus on the picture. But today, for this brief moment, I'm going to just go ahead and share something with you. Because I am an empath, there are times when I am going to just simply refuse to be around certain energies because those energies drain you. You know, even in the religious arena, you hear ministers and pastors and say that, people can drain your energy, and those are spirits. And it's true for just a spiritual world itself. Energies can drain you. So, as I'm growing in who I am and understanding my path on my journey, and while I'm here, I'm understanding and embracing more and more who I am and those things that I let into my life. And that being said, there's just certain energies that I cannot allow to be a part of who I am. And I can't let them manipulate their way into my space because those spirits will latch on to you and drain you of your energy so they can have control over you or whoever they're trying to have control over. And next thing you know, you're doing things, you're saying things out of character, you're not yourself. And we have too many things going on in the spiritual world to just let anyone just come into our space and take our energy, because our energy is supposed to be used for what we're supposed to be using it for. We have work to do. We have a job to do. We have healing to do. So we're trying to, if we keep opening the door, letting all these other entities and these especially negative energies come in and run rush out all over us, we can't do what it is we're supposed to be doing. And in turn, you can't heal, and you have no energy to heal anyone else either. So I've made it a point that there are just certain things that I'm not going to allow to make manifest in my life anymore. And because of it, my power is returning. My energy is returning. I'm starting to have a clarity of a lot of things. My thought process is getting back on track. And my healing is beginning, has begun, has already started. I think it was already ahead of track before I realized what was happening. So now that I'm aware, I'm even more, there's a word I'm thinking of and it's just not coming to me right now. But I'm forging forward even stronger and harder to do what it is I need to do. And a lot of things are going to start pulling away from me because they don't simply understand me, or they don't want to understand me, and it's all about them. And those are those negative energies that you just don't want to be a part of. So, in order for me to deal with certain entities or certain energies or certain people, there is a certain way I have to do it. And sometimes I have to do it spiritually, and link up with them that way or help them that way. But negative energies can come through the phone. They can come not just in person, but they can come through the phone. They can come through text messaging. And sometimes you just literally have to shut it all down, block it all out. And a person who is not on that spiritual level, or they are on a different type of a spiritual level, not necessarily positive, they're not going to care. They're going to keep trying and they're not going to understand that this is what you're doing, and that you're not that you're avoiding the person, you're avoiding that spirit, that energy that is draining you of life. because most of the time those spirits don't care. They just want to get your energy from you and drain you, and then once they can no longer drain you, they're going on to the next entity, or next person they can possibly get to, use up. Once you use up a battery, it's done. The battery is no longer useful. You have to go out and buy another battery, get another battery, because I can't use this anymore. It ain't no good for me. So you have to look at it from that perspective, So you gotta let your battery, for a better word, you have to let your battery be used for the reasons that you need it to be used for. Otherwise, you will have no power when it's time to actually use it. And you can't, batteries, aren't always used for just one thing. Sometimes you have to use it for several different things. Look at it from a generator perspective. A generator helps out, help the power in the house, the TV, the stove, lights, electricity, all different things. It powers up everything. So you need to protect your energy. You need to protect your spirit. You need to protect your power. You need to protect who you are. And as a result of that, those negative energies, they may pull away from you. And because they realize that you're not going to let them, that negative source, pull on you. And so they're going to leave you alone eventually. But you have to recognize it for what it is, because if you don't, again, you're just going to be tired all the time, drained all the time, confused all the time. And it's a process. It happens spiritually. It messes up your emotions, your mind, your will, all of that gets confused. And you can't always please everything and everyone. You just can't. It's not possible. So you have to make the decisions as to what you're going to allow in your life to guide you. And you can't help everyone that is in that thinks that you're supposed to help them. You can't. You simply can't. It's not going to happen. And sometimes the person that you think is supposed to help you isn't the one assigned to you. And not only that, you need to be able to not let anyone hold you to your past, or their past, or the past, period. Because if you're holding on to the past, you can't move forward to the present, or you can't move forward to your future, which is where we're supposed to be going. And if you're looking at it from a spiritual perspective, I'm going to paraphrase. What's the scripture? Pressing toward the mark of the higher calling. You got to keep your face forward. You got to focus on the front, what's in front of you, because anything in back of you is going to hold you back. Unless they're on the same path and the same space you are. You cannot hold on to the past. The past is the past. It is not going to help you at all. It's a learning lesson. And that's what it should be. Something that you've learned from. And if you're still in the past and you're holding on to the past, that means you haven't learned and you're not ready to move forward and you're stuck there. But just because you're stuck there doesn't mean you have to keep everyone else stuck there with you. You have to make a determination in your mind that you're going to move forward and you're going to stay forward, and you're not going to throw it's not fair for you to throw the past in someone else's face. It's not good, because people have a tendency of pulling away from that. They really do. So it's time to move forward and stay positive. And basically, yeah, that's what I really want to tell you. All right. Have a good day. Take care. Ashe.